Good evening. My name is Harvey-Woodall, and today I'll be presenting Integrating Technology into the Classroom, How It Impacts Student Achievement. Technology, the new trend. Technology is becoming more and more dominant in society. Teachers have become very knowledgeable of how technologically savvy students have become. Technology is a stunning reality that has permeated not only our everyday lives, but also our mere state of existence as human beings. And all of this is evident through the different technology gadgets that we've seen our children come in contact with over the past 10 years. We have those things like the iPod Touch. We have cell phones with a number of different devices on it, including document or devices where they can complete documents and do presentations such as this. Since the integration of the information age, there has been a drastic shift in most of the paradigms on which traditional learning exists. Students now have access to much more technology, so it seems feasible to be able to impact student achievement through the incorporation of educational technology. Because our kids are plugged into so many different types of devices, teachers have to understand that the way that they teach and the way that they have taught in the past has to be changed if they're going to reach a various or all types of learners that we have. Not all students can learn through just doing book work always. So we have to come up with another way. To be examined. These are the questions that my research will answer during the course of this presentation. Why does student achievement matter? What can schools do to make learning more interesting and meaningful to students? Are traditional methods of teaching really obsolete? What are some factors that help schools become successful? What roles do districts, school administrators, and teachers have in ensuring that professional development involving technology is implemented correctly in the classroom? Student achievement does matter. Due to our recent government mandates such as the No Child Left Behind Act, we know that a number of changes have been made as it relates to accountability, and accountability is now the focal point that drives all other aspects of education. In an attempt to improve student achievement, teachers need to be involved in numerous and varied professional development activities that will allow them to understand what reform-oriented instruction looks like. Because once again, we have to be able to tap into our various learners' needs while addressing the needs of accountability as well. This is so boring. Oftentimes, this is something that is heard throughout classrooms in America on a daily basis. Children are no longer interested in learning the traditional way because they're being reared during a computer age, and they have access to more technology, so this does impact the way that they learn. School leaders and teachers must acknowledge the fact that due to an influx of the use of technology, the traditional methods of teaching no longer capture the interest of students. Once again, I must reiterate, you can't just say, read chapter 1, answer the questions at the end of the chapter, because the students will not retain the information as well as they would if they had a modified or differentiated type of instruction being done through technology. Where we are. Currently, due to No Child Left Behind, these three items have come up as a part of the reform. We now have state standards to design curriculum and instruction, and this is the driving force by which all of our academic core content areas are implemented. We also have progress monitoring systems. For example, here in the state of Mississippi, we have what we call SPMS, which is the Student Progress Monitoring System that allows teachers to build and design assessments that are geared towards the state assessments that they take at the end of the year. We also have state accountability systems that make real consequences for all stakeholders. We know that when schools don't perform, when teachers don't perform, there's a consequence, primarily for teachers first, but all stakeholders are affected. What is our challenge? District leaders must come up with innovative ways to provide teachers with the necessary support and tools needed to incorporate technology into the classroom. They must adequately prepare teachers by providing meaningful professional development opportunities. and they must become reflective practitioners that assess what works well and what does not. And once we incorporate all of these things from the top down, then we'll be able to see an impact in student achievement as well. Also, we must consider the fact that with the support of professional development, we can't just provide teachers what we would call the traditional one-shot professional development, where teachers are orientated on a particular topic and then they're expected to move into their classrooms and make these things work. School administrators must maintain the role of being the lead learner in the organization. If you're under the leadership of someone that doesn't see the need for certain programs to work in their schools, then you will not have much success with that program. They must also serve as a key facilitator in an attempt to infuse technology into the school's curriculum. They have to be doing things themselves. We talk about job-embedded learning. This is something that has to be practiced throughout the course of the day, throughout weeks, and throughout months as the year progresses. They must also provide support to teachers that are reluctant to adhere to change and encourage them to gradually weave this concept into their practice. You can't just expect all teachers to grab a hold to the concept of technology and take it and make it the best that it can be, because you do have those teachers that are veteran teachers that are not familiar with simple concepts like how to turn on a computer or how to create a Word document. So we have to make sure that we provide the support that the teachers need. And they must also be able to make the transition as comfortable as possible. What role do teachers have? Teachers must have multiple opportunities to be adequately trained using models that are student-centered. Now, most teachers, you'll find, they'll incorporate technology into the classroom, but they do it in a way that benefits them and not the students themselves. So we have to make using these types of models student-centered instead of teacher-centered. They must also be willing to weave the technology into the daily activities that will support multiple learning styles. Take into account the fact that all children don't learn the same way. So we need some audio. We need the visual concept there as well. They must also motivate students to utilize educational technology to their advantage. And again, ongoing professional development for incorporating technology is the key. In an age of data-driven technology, these are the things that matter most. Because we move to analyzing data and using it as a ground for making decisions based on accountability, staff development and the implementation of technology will enhance student achievement. But we do have to look at the whole picture. The larger picture in educational technology is not hardware, software. We leave those to the technical guys, but it is curriculum, achievement, and technology's overall role in education. We have to merge all aspects together. Instructional leaders and teachers will have the most profound impact on integrating technology into the classroom because they are the ones that deal with this one-on-one. And lastly, we must be technophobia free. We have to get away from being afraid of the latest trends in technology that come out and embrace them as our students embrace them, or we're going to continually be left behind, which will in fact trickle down to our children. Thank you.